Okay, this is what we're doing tonight. We are going to pop that in place. Let me zoom in on this. Really? Well, hopefully I don't get called again. All right, let me refresh. There I am. And the comments are off. Turn the volume down. Takeoff Vision, yo! Check it out. I'm honing in on this bad boy. I have been working hard on this. And I don't need to see that picture. I need to see this picture. And hopefully I don't get any phone calls. I have not figured out how to silence my calls. So, let me explain what I've done and what I'm about to start doing. I finally figured out the head shape and what was wrong with it. The whole area here had to be bulked out. The whole thing. This was all wrong right in here, and that gave me more overhang with the eye cuts. I bulked out the cheeks, proper proportion now. That brought the lips in. It brought the chin in. I shortened the chin. I made the chin a little narrower here. I'm still not happy with this lower lip too much, but it's a work in progress. I'm trying to remember what I wanted to do with this tonight. I did work on the nose. I lengthened it and I also widened it. I'm going to go melt some clay real quick to let you know to get this project going. I also had to bring the slant of the eye cuts back further, and I'll explain it. Yeah, it looks really, really good. You should see the picture. I'm going to show you the picture that I'm using to really get this thing nailed. And I can see that I have the forehead now right on the money. I knew there was something wrong, and it just dawned on me. I'm like, wait a minute, that forehead is bulging, and it's literally, it sticks out over here and here more. And I had it slanted back too much and too much off of here. It was too rounded at this point. These eye cuts, like I still have to do some work here, and I have the little bit of work that has to be done in here. But I also have to make sure that the scowl is very, very subtle. It's very, very subtle, and that's what you want. You don't want it to be too prominent. But the changes that I made to the sculpture has really brought it into what the actual mask looks like. So I'm excited for this. I really am excited. I think I've really got this really honed in pretty nice now. I think I had to bring this eye cut down just a little bit more in here. Just bring it in a little bit more. Same with the other side, but not much. Just enough. But that's, see, the thickness is there. The eye shape will not change. It'll just go a little bit lower. That's all. And we want that. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. Tell me what your thoughts are. Hopefully some more people join me here. Takeoff Vision, let them know that I'll be right back. I gotta go warm up this clay. I need like 40 seconds in the microwave to get this where the clay is nice and warm. Might even start working on the ears now that I've got this where I want it. Yeah, man. I think the flare out in the nostrils have to be a little bit wider. That's nothing. And I've really got now. I really am good at doing the nose. I have a really good understanding of how the nose is done now. So there's just so many things that you learn as you go. This slant wasn't far enough back on this here. The taper wasn't right, and I made sure that this is now correct. And then I bulked out where it needed to be. The chin line's good, the head line's good, everything looks really good. The profile looks amazing, I think. It's really coming in. It's coming in. But first I gotta get this. I also have to probably add just a touch more clay on the bottom of the neck here. But let me go warm up some clay. I'll be right back. Let me see if I can't bang the goddamn sculpture around a little more. I already scratched it once. I'm going back to work. Warming up the clay right now. I'm going to get back to work. These are in the container. I didn't put any salt, pepper, or butter on them, so you might want to do that before it gets cold. I'm back. Got my clay all warmed up. You can tell it's warm. It's all shiny. So, and I smoothed it out just so you guys can see what I've been doing. How many people are on with me right now? I'm curious. Say hello if you're still with me. I don't know if this phone got stopped. Let me check. I have to see. Three watching. Okay. All right, let me show you guys real quick the picture that I'm using to work on this side of the face. I'm going to work on this side of the face first. Let me see, am I in frame? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let me show you real quick. That's the picture I'm going off of. Now I blocked my view of me working on the screen so I can see the picture, but you can see, look how close this is. See how close that looks now compared to where I was? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We're getting there. And like I said, it's not perfect yet. I'm still honing in on it. Let me. Yeah, I'm trying to make it so you can see both. Let me back up even more. There you go. Now you can see the picture and the sculpture at the same time. Three are on with me, but that's including me. So there's two people on with me right now, and hopefully some more people join in. I don't want to block the view of anything I'm working on, but I really want to hone in on. Jesus Christ, get this damn. two pictures, one from each side to really get this right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this so I'm in the same direction as the sculpture. And once the eyebrows are on there, it'll really start to look like the right. It'll look right. Right now it doesn't look too right. And I've got to put this little dent. There's a little bit of a bulge right at the top of the cheek here. Got to sneak this in. Don't want to overdo this. A little bit of a bulge right up in here. Because the clay is real warm right now, it's not smoothing it as easy. It wants to pull away from the and now it's warm. There we go. Just a little bit of clay there is all I want. See, I can see with that picture. You see that? All right, when I'm pointing, you know what I need? I need a pointer. I need a pointer. You can see both. There's a bulge right there. You see it? And it drops down just a little bit, so I'm going to throw a little bit of clay down below. And then there's a little dimple right in here. If you look at the picture, I'm going to dig that out just a little bit there. Now I can see that this picture of this mask is not, it's taken from a distance, and the other thing is it's I'm just bulking it right now, and then I'll shape it with the tools. Dent right in here. Okay. Nice. Clay's kind of soft yet, so I have to be careful on how hard I dig in. I still got some work to do underneath this chin. I got to set this chin line a little bit better too, or not chin line, cheek line right here. All I'm going to do with that is just have to add a little clay in here. We don't want this that prominent. Don't want it sticking out too far. believe me, you won't see the shapes right away. All right, let me try to fix this little dent. It's right. The eye cut goes right here. This dent's like right in here. I always work in a circular motion. I run carbon in. I can control Hey, what's happening, guys? Let me read your comments. Do me a favor. You know what? I got to turn that. I got to turn the screen towards me. The screen's not facing me. I need the screen to face me. Hopefully, you can still see that. Okay. Let me get this thing out of the way. We don't need that there. We don't need that there. I'll put it back later. I'm still losing a ton of weight, guys. All right. Yo, vision. The front of the sculpt? Yes, I can. There you go. I think that's facing right at you. Now, I'm still working on the cheek lines. The cheeks are, that's too much shadow in here. There's too much, it needs to be a sharp line right here, and it goes straight up. And this area, I have another picture that shows me the cheek line really well. I used a high definition filter on the, Joe Thornburg. Yeah, man, thank you, buddy. It's coming in. It's really coming in now. It's really starting to come to shape. I figured out the problem, Joe. The forehead was not prominent. It wasn't sticking out far enough on either side here. And the slants on the eye cuts were not far enough back. These are dead on. The slant, if you look at that, the slant of that cut going back into the eye cut now is perfect. I saw on Nag's mask, the slant is almost like this. And it looked very shallow. It didn't look right. It changes the whole look of this face. It really does if you don't have that slant right. That slant has to be perfect on that. And every time you change that slant, man, you literally reshape the whole face. It's hard to explain, but it really changes everything. And I'm starting to have a real understanding now of how important it is to get those angles right. Everything has to be right. The angles have to be right. You notice how everything follows on this? The angles, all the angles follow each other perfectly. All right? That is the key. And I've looked at, like I've got a friend of mine, Pipe Master, has sent me, he bought one of the Nag masks. And he sent me a whole bunch of photographs of the Nag mask. And I noticed with the Nag mask, one, the chin sticks out pretty far, all right? And the head slants back further. But the angle on the eye cut especially was not right. It was definitely wrong. Now, that's just my opinion, but I'm going off of the pictures on the screen used mask. I am not copying somebody else's mask. This is the screen used mask that you're seeing on the screen right now. That's the Christopher Nelson mask. And that's the one I'm following. Now, I have to take some more off there. big secret, the big reveal for me was the cheeks. The cheeks I noticed right away. I was like, oh, that's the problem. Then I was looking, and I looked into it even further, and I thought, wow, I discovered something else, and that was the forehead. You know, just looking at that picture, I was looking at the forehead, and I was going, wait a minute, that's the problem. It wasn't bulked out enough here. It was cut back too much. All in here, way too much was cut way off. So, and it changed everything. As soon as I fixed it, I was like, man, I'm really close now. I'm super close. All I have to do now is really work on the fine details. That's it. I don't really have to go crazy. I knew something wasn't right. I was saying it all along with you guys when I was on here. I was like, I'm not happy with this head shape. I was not happy with it. It wasn't right. Something was wrong. And took a while to figure it out, but you look at enough pictures. That's what it takes. You have to look at a lot of pictures. You have to remember, subtlety is really key to this sculpture. It has to be very subtle. See how that cheek is coming in now? Look at that. Now that bulk is still there. It's just that in the lighting that he shows there, it doesn't really reveal itself too much. In other words, the bulkiness of the chin in here is still there. There's a dent here. I gotta fix that. Oh no, you know what that is? That's that bulge right there. Okay, now that dent's that's supposed to be there. That's why it's there. Now that really is not going to show up until that's deep enough. Don't have to go crazy. Believe it or not, the subtlety of this is really what it takes. Nothing is wrong. Takeoff vision. These lips are right. I know it looks pointier here with their lips, his lips, but they're not. It's more rounded on his sculpture over here. If I start messing with that, it's going to protrude this even more, and I don't want that. I don't want that on this sculpture. I have to have some stuff that's my originality to it. I don't want it to be exact. I don't know, man. I want mine to have. I don't want somebody to say, "Man, you must have 3D scanned the actual mask or something." I'm like, no. Maybe at some point they release, just like they did with Trick or Treat Studios. Yeah, it's got attitude. Well, I'm telling you, the Flashback is an underrated mask. It really is. A lot of people don't realize how underrated this mask really is. That Flashback is a really good mask, and the more I look at this mask, the more I really love it. And it's let me see something here. I'm looking at this eye cut. Yeah, I got to bring that eye cut down just a touch. I don't know though. I don't think I have to. I am so close to where I'm happy with this now, with the shaping. Yeah, that's good. I don't want it to be too low. Now this side has to be fixed. this side definitely has to be fixed. What the hell? I really dented that up on my fingers. That's pretty wild. Putting the line in right now. Where it's got to be. And I smooth it all out once I get the bulk where it needs to be. Now I have to add some clay in here. Too much. And create a little bit of a worm. Too much clay, right? There's not enough clay right in here. Now what I'm doing is I'm just blending it back into the face. But this has still got to come out more. Right under here, it's got to come out more. What's that say? Yeah, well, I looked at all the other pictures. Some pictures make the mask looks like the lips are real pointy, and in some pictures, and I'll tell you what pictures take off vision that I can see that these lips aren't as pointy as everybody thinks that they are. You have to look at the pictures that show the mask on the desk when Christopher Nelson was at one of the, I don't know, he was at a convention, and he had the pictures of the mask. The screen used mask was right in front of him, and that's what I want to go off of. That's what I like the most, and it's because the flatness across the region of the lips. They don't look quite as flat. Now maybe there was a couple of masks made. I don't know. Maybe it was another sculpt of it. I don't understand it. But the lips do alter in the look of this sculpture. I have seen, like, I'm sitting here looking at it. I'm going, something doesn't. One mask looks different than the other. It's still sunk in too far. What the hell? Man, that's a lot of... Alright, I'll fix this right now. I'm tired of playing with it now. Getting irritated. Not enough clay in there. It's like a big gaping hole. And it's only because I need that line to be really... Need that putting the bulk in there right now, and then I'm gonna take some of this clay out. That's it. Looks like shit right now, but that's okay. I gotta put the bulk in right. Then I'll carve it out. Just shaping right now, just shaping. Just shaping it. Alright, now yeah, that's much better. That's much better. That's starting to look like it's supposed to. Okay, I need my round tools. Where'd they go? Need the small hoop. There we go. I'm just trying to get it to where it blends in. Bigger hoop over here. Cutting edge here. Clean up as I go. I don't like making it too messy. I don't want to have a bunch of clay laying on the table, on the desktop of my table, because what happens on my counter is my tools get cluttered up with all that mess. Darn, snuck up on me. Have me. Joe Thornburg, what was I right about? Clear me up, because I jabber on. Sometimes I forget what I even say. So just clear it up on me. Yeah, if you're talking about the pictures where if you go to um, where he had the mask on the desk, or or on his tabletop, at a convention. He was at a convention, no doubt about it. I can tell just because I've been to so many of them. He was at a convention somewhere, and you can see the pens and stuff where he was signing autographs and stuff, and he had the screen-used mask right there in front of him. And there was no doubt in my mind that those lips on that mask are not the same as this picture here. And I don't know why. I don't know if there's a different mask. I don't know. And I've seen several ones, several of this, and I've seen that mask. It doesn't even look like the same mask. I don't get it. So if that's what you're talking about, Joe, let me know. And you guys can look at it yourself. Those pictures are out there, and you guys are big Michael Myers fans, so I'm sure you saw those pictures of what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm trying to say. I just don't think that. I just kind of do the ones I like. What I think I like the most, that's the ones I do. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, show me you got to take off vision, you got to look at the pictures that I'm talking about first. And you show me where these look that far off from that. They don't. They're right on that money with those pictures. And that's really what I'm going off of. I'm not going off of this. That picture that I was working off where we were lining up the head and everything, that's a perfect example of how wrong the sculpture was, even when I had it done before, because the forehead wasn't far enough out. There was a lot wrong with that, but we couldn't see it. Why? Because it was a two-dimensional, flat, straight-on shot. You couldn't tell the depth of anything. You couldn't tell how far the head went back. Or when you're looking at a picture straight on like this, you can't tell that the cheeks stick out real far, or the forehead's out farther than the cheek lines. You know, you don't see all those different depths, and that's a big problem, because you can't go off of that. That's why I end up using a lot of angled shots. I like looking at angled shots. I don't like looking at pictures of anything that don't give me any kind of reveal. Without seeing those angles, you've got to have angled shots. So hard to hold on, I can't see, now see, here's a perfect example. I can't see that angle to see what I'm doing here. I'm carving up the damn face too much. Now what I do is I smear this back in a way to give me the high definition, but it rounds off that cut that I did. Now you're starting to see that line come into play a little more, a lot better. And actually, by filling this in, it now matches this side. It's man, there's so much. I can't look at the message. One, the phone is my I can't look at that. I'm streaming live. I'm watching this. I'll look at it as soon as I'm done. But I can't really. I can't do it when I'm streaming. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I can. I'm on the computer. Hold on. Forgive me. Can look at the. Yeah, but you're going to see that on. You're going to see the message. Everybody's going to see it. Everybody's going to see it. If I do it this way, everybody's going to see it. Well, maybe not if I'm standing in front of it. Click. Now, all right, the pictures you sent me, I understand that, but they're wrong. Those pictures are so wrong, Felix, because the head shape wasn't right. The head shape was still way off. Yeah, the head shape was way off. Take off vision. Yeah, the head shape was way off. Oh shit. Click on the picture again. And you can see that now by seeing this picture here. You can see that I've got the head shape right. I had to cut the scowl way back. There still has to be little bumps right in here on each side. Look at the picture. I can see them. Oh, I don't know. I have to do that when I can't really do that when I'm streaming. I'm not going to keep jumping back and forth. I'll have to, through Messenger, right? Because that's what I just looked at, Messenger. I'll have to look at it later. I'm still not, like I said, we're not done this thing anyway, so we have to keep working at it until we get it right. We are not done. I'm far from done. I want this thing to be so accurate as I can anyway. But I also, I needed to have that little something different that says this is Custom Corpse's original sculpture, not a 3D print. I mean, I had the videos to back up that too, but it's still don't need anybody yelling out there, yo, man, he must have 3D printed it. But well, how are you going to get a hold of the original sculpture? Good luck with that. To 3D print it. So that's the one thing I don't like about 3D printing is you can copy people's work from that, and that sucks. But I like 3D printing myself. You know, I do. I want to get one. I'm going to get one at some point. But not for this reason. I think I'm going to get it for other reasons. I got to fix what I screwed up here. I'm going to use it for other things altogether. Mainly for probably mold making. I got to put more clay right in here. Yeah. Let's say the Pipe Master, when he was on, you know, we were fixing this cheek line where you only really see on the screen used mask a dark region of the cheek right in here, and then it kind of disappears, but it's still there. It's subtle. It all depends on the light that hits it. So you have to have that there. I'm just working on it as we go. I just keep pushing and pushing and, you know, just get it. All There's one picture in particular that I'm looking at. That I want to use for this checkmark cheek. It's deformed like right in here somewhere, and I have to figure out. I want to look at that picture real good because I it's a screenshot, and I did some high definition work through my phone to bring out the detail in it a little bit more, so I can see the shape a little bit better. Oh yeah. See this area here, it's got the edge here and then it kind of drops out. You have to have that smooth in this region. I'm going to have to pull that picture up to work on that. Yeah, this is it's definitely a challenge. I sent you another pic. I changed the lips. Asylum. Well, I'm trying to go as I'm trying to go as close as I can to the screen asylum. I'm trying to go as close as I can to the screen use mask. But I'm also here. I'm conflicted because I keep seeing these different versions of the lips. There's several pictures, this one included. There's several pictures. There's not several, but a couple pictures where Christopher Nelson was at a convention, and the mask was on the table, and you got down shots. You could see down on the shape of the face, and you can really hone in on how that shape was, and you can see how the lips really were. When you look at a shot straight on, it doesn't reveal the details. I just can't. I don't trust anything that's straight on shot. I don't care where the camera is positioned. It can be up a little high, a little low. If it's aimed right at the chin, it just doesn't look. There's so much. There was like when I did this. When I started looking at other pictures and got away from that one dead-on shot, that's when I started fixing the problems. Let's just say that. I had to get away from looking at that one picture. I was constantly staying on that one picture, worrying about the shape, the way that, and we actually did the structure, the contour of it and everything. No, and that's where that's takeoff vision. I swear to God, they weren't as accurate as you think you were, but they were. They, because when I looked at those down shots, I could see that this was flatter across from here, from this region here, right there. It's pretty flat across the screen. This had to be bulged out more on the top. This separated up. You know what? You're not seeing. Hold on. There. See, that's the problem. You're seeing so much shadow underneath that nose. And now you're seeing a lot of washout. But you can see the shape is there with the lips. This area here was important, right here. This was what was so difficult, getting this right in here, because it's, you look at the profile, right, it starts high, dips in, and then goes back out to the top of the lips. It's kind of like, just like this little dip inside of here. As soon as I got that correct, it instantly fixed the separation, the gap in this region. As soon as I fixed that, it just brought the lip in natural. It just made it look very natural, and that really is the key. Now I still got some work to do over here. I got to put this a little bit more of a dent in here. But this is so subtle now. But yet you can see the line real good. I still got to sharpen. I still got to fix this. This is still not quite right. Let me try and go up a little bit higher with that light, because it's bothering me. Yeah, the reason why I'm moving the lighting around right now is I need to be able to see what I'm doing in certain spots. That's why, I'm not focusing on this, because this is done. Done. That is done. It looks really good. I got to fix this nostril a little bit. I'm going to fix it right now while I'm looking at it, because if I don't, I'll forget. The small one, where'd it go? There it is. Make sure I've got the cutting edge side. Nose is right. Remember those pictures you sent me, takeoff vision? It's got a little bit of a slanted here. Everybody's like, oh, well, it looks too pointed. It's not pointed. It's the way it's supposed to be. Now it's got that little divot in here on both sides of the nose, and that is the way it's supposed to be. If you look at those pictures, especially the ones where you actually see the clay sculpture, you can see that's how I went off that nose. And also, I did the lips based on that sculpture too, somewhat. Honed in on it. Yeah, see, the lighting makes a difference. I mean, like I said, Christopher Nelson also said it when he sculpted this sculpture. He said, I sculpted this to look good in theater lighting. Lighting was all about the lighting is everything with this sculpture. yeah. We're getting there. I even got those deep cuts in here. They're there. You know, now it's, a lot of it is going to be about smoothing out and stuff. I mean, I just, there's not too much more. I still got a whole bunch of work to do on the back of the head. I got to put my logo in there. That's got to be done. Less is more when it comes to this sculpture, trust me. Yeah, lighting is everything, man. It's the real key. If you don't, and right now I can't. I'm not photographing this. I'm working on it. I'm sculpting it. So I can't give you perfect lighting on this. I need to focus on what I'm doing. I have to be able to see what I'm doing. Whenever I'm working on an area, I have to be able to see what I'm doing. I can't just worry about how it looks in lighting right now. Nope, that's not the way we roll. I have to, yeah, see, this is almost right. I just have to fix this area here wherever. Looks a little too sharp, this edging. Now the lip is I got real good picture of, and you know how the picture that I have that I actually used the exact line of this lip was the there's a picture of the actual mold, and you can see the lip line perfect. You can just take that lip line and put it right in there, and it matches up to this perfectly. And the lip line is, this dips down just the way it's supposed to. This is just straight across pretty much. Has a little bit of a crook going up a little bit, not much. But the key is the bumps in here, then it drops off. That is the real secret to the lip, and to get that right look. And now the lips are right dead on. I'm not changing them at fucking all, excuse my language. No way. There's so much work involved with those. If you screw with them, man, you're screwing up your whole project. Yeah, that's just, I will not go and change those again. They're done. They're done. The lips are done. I'm happy enough with where they're at. Now I might have to flare out these nostrils just a little bit more. I don't know. I have to look at this as I get closer to finished. I will have to add more clay just around here, just to flare it out just a little bit more. I don't think so, but I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna change pictures real quick on there. Yeah, I made the chin is much more narrow. It was sticking out too far. It was all the way out here, so I kind of carved them back in here, rounded this out a little bit better. shape is perfect on there. Now, I will, see in this picture that I'm looking at here, it looks like it looks a lot deeper right in the center, right in here. It looks a lot deeper right in the center here, right? And then it looks rounded more up in this area on both sides. I know I've seen that, and I see that in that picture. But when I saw the mask that was on his desk, this is how it looks, not that. Now I can't tell you which one's which. Maybe this is a different mask. I don't know. I just know that it didn't look right. I'm looking at this line. I may have to change this line a little bit. I have to look at. We're getting there. We're getting there, guys. We are getting there. This is going to be a really nice mask. This is really going to be, I think even, I hate to say it, but it's going to be more accurate than the NAG mask. It will be. I've got pictures of the NAG mask where you can see the side view. The slant is like more rounded and literally, and it just doesn't look right. You know. Now I'm kind of curious to what this is going to look like. Washed out. I gotta, you know what, there's a one imperfection right in here. Fixed. Fixed. Also, I want to fix in here. Bubble just got a little distorted from doing the washing. Alright, what do I want to do first? I want to fix this cheek over here. I want to get this right. But in order to do that, I got to pull up that other picture. Got to pull up the other picture. Yeah, I can show you. I'm going to show you different angles. I'm going to show you different things. And when I get done doing this, I'll show you guys. So this lip situation, we can. Right, I need the other picture. Let me shrink this down a little bit. What's that? That ain't what I'm looking for. That ain't the one. Hold on, let me grab the one I need. There you go, guys. Here's a perfect example. Here is the nag mask. All right. I don't know if you can see that screenshot. That is the nag mask. Let me zoom in on it more so you guys can see that a little better. This was Pipe Master's nag mask. All right. All right. I'm going to point out some things. And how I know that is I used a screenshot to get this angle right. All right. I hope I'm in position so you guys can see that. All right. Let me point out the slant comes back farther. That is the proper way that mask is. And it's real important to have it like that, because if you look at his, you look at Nag's, you can see that it's more rounded, and the lower cut is it's almost just equal with the upper cut. All right, and that's a huge problem. That's why they haven't been able to replicate. Nobody's been able to replicate a lot of these masks, because there's a big overhang from the upper scowl to the lower eye cut. That's what gives it the look. And if you don't have that there, you're gonna lose the whole. You just lose the look. You don't get it. I got to bring up your. I have different pictures, but I'm looking for that one picture that has the real high definition of the cheek line, so I can really see it. I'm not using nags. I don't need to copy anybody's work. I like doing my own thing, man. I really do. I try to go with what I see. Even this cut line. This is just like the screen used. It's here, and because it swoops back. Definitely swoops back. That's so important. And if you look at that, the lines line up. Like the line here, here, they all are in the same pitch. They're all in the same pitch. That's key. Anyway, let me get back to it. Let me find that picture that I'm looking for, damn it. Gotta find that picture. 120 pounds lighter, guys. And boy, I have a lot more energy. I don't remember where I put them. I'll give you an example. Here you go. Look at my eye slants. Look at that picture there. See what I'm saying? May not think it's important, but boy, is it ever. Get those angles right, it really changes the way this mask looks. All right, I gotta find that picture. Drive me nuts. What the hell I do with it? Purposely. Where did you go? Man, oh man, what the hell? Alright, it's gotta be up in one of these other folders. Here's a perfect example. See those lips? See them? Screen use mask. I think it's in this folder. Maybe not. Here it is. Damn it, finally. That's the cheek that I'm looking for. Okay. Now let's get back onto the Facebook, see if I can see what you guys are saying. Yeah, I have to stretch, I have to make the neck longer. I do. Yes, I do. I have to make the neck longer. The neck's not quite long enough. There's a little more of a point to this nose. I gotta fix that too. But this reveals, that cheek reveals, right, that tells me there's a little bit of a point right here. Going in right into the spot. It's dug in a little bit right in here. And it's a little bit more rounded out in here. You know what, I need the light to be a little bit more higher. So I can see what I'm doing there. On this side as well, because that's just blaring. There you go. Now I can see that cheek line a lot better. Looks like there's a little bit of a point right there. I just realized it goes into this and starts to change. Okay. Now, remember, I'm not digging in deep here because I don't have to. All right. And I put too much on there for a reason. You know, I have to cut it back. And I have to put clay up underneath it here because it's too sharp in an edge here. What the hell? Piece of junk in there. Let me see something. looks pretty good. I'm not going to know how that really looks until I naphtha this. And I think I'm going to naphtha this now just to see what's going on here. Because I'm pretty much done for tonight. I got other things I got to do tonight. I got music to worry about. All right, so we're wetting down the area with naphtha to soften the clay. Smooth it out. Now, I take my brush, my stiff brush, and I smooth out all these imperfections, like where I was really sculpting hard in here, because now the clay is real soft. And get all that junk out of there. Really pull that imperfections out of there, and then watch what happens when I smooth that out. Wonderful. All right, now. Let's see what this starts to look like. Damn it, I should have gloves on, and I don't have any gloves. I ran out of gloves. I still got a lot of work to do up in here. There's a lot of areas that it still need a lot of work. Right now I'm taking this, it's a little bit rough. I'm taking off some clay. You can see that the clay's coming off here. Well, I'm going to do a little more over here. All right, let's try something. Let's see what we can do with the lighting now. Let's see what can be done with the lighting. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's it look like to you guys? Let me pull this out. This lighting's a little bit too... Let's take a look. I'm done with the picture now. Yeah, check mark cheek still needs a little more work. Yeah, I take all vision. I haven't seen the nag part two. Everybody says that the nag two is really nice, but I haven't seen it, so I don't. Send me some pictures of it if you have. If you can find some pictures of the nag two, I'd like to see it. Yeah, I don't like the way that bottom of that check mark cheek looks, right where the point is. It's a little too low. It's a little too low for my liking. And it's sticking out a little too much, so I have to change that. But that's okay. We'll get there. We will get there. I'm not 100% nowhere near ready yet to finish this. I am nitpicking at it. I make a little adjustment here, I make a little adjustment there, and make it work. And yeah, that's what I have to do to keep getting closer and closer, that's all. And it's not quite beaming right at you guys. Hold on. Just a little delay. There you go. Yeah, see how low that check mark cheek is now? It's too low. I have to bring that up a little higher. It's alright, that ain't nothing. And you really can't see where I kind of cut that check mark cheek out a little bit further, where the same way it is on the other mask. It's just that the lighting right now is not 100% perfect. I should jack the lighting all the way up and have a really good downwash on it and see what it looks like. Let's see. That's as high up as I can go with it. As high as I can go with that. Maybe out in front a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, it's still a work in progress. We got a ways to go yet, guys. We got a ways to go yet. And I'm also looking at the pitch of the, if you're looking at the screen on the right side, at the forehead, I'll point it out. I gotta fix this pitch. It's not right. It has to be more like this. See, this is slanted out further. This isn't right. I have to fix that. This has to be like this. It has to be up and down, more up and down like that. I think what was kept throwing me off is the scowl. This part here going into it, where this one goes straight up more, and I was following that pitch. See? And this one here, I was following that pitch as this, and I can't do that. I gotta go against that pitch. So your eyes can deceive you at times, guys. That's the lesson there. So I have to fix that pitch. That pitch is wrong. You know, these are things that I see with my own, you know, I see where my mistakes are as I go. And all I have to do is step back and really look at the sculpture as I'm going, and I can see where the problems are. And that's what I have to do, keep pushing until I get it right. I think I added a little bit too much clay underneath that check mark cheek too. Right underneath of that area. It's not sunken back far enough, which I'll have to lower the cheek line a little bit, and also lower the where I filled it in, where I was filling in all that clay. I put too much in there. But I can see it from this angle. From the way I'm sitting, I'm seeing it from a different angle from what you're seeing. And I can tell that I put too much clay in there. No big deal. I just have to lower the cheek mark down around the right at the point, and I also have to make the point a little higher. Point needs to come up just a touch. Just a touch, maybe a 1/16 of an inch, if that. Yeah, it's a ways off from finish, that's for sure. I'm trying to read your pipe master. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a pipe master. I don't know if I'm going to do the flare out on the nostrils. I don't think it's. I think they're pretty close. The nostrils flare out. So I was showing the pictures of the pictures you sent me, pipe master, with the oh god, your nag flashback mask, and it's pointing out the things on this video where the eye cuts weren't slanted back far enough. Now they say there's a version 2 out there that's really, really accurate, and I'm not criticizing those guys as artists. Don't get me wrong. I'm not criticizing the artists because they are amazing artists there. I just think that there was a lot more lack of pictures available when they did that version 1, and that's the truth. I mean, I have the luxury of looking at all these different new pictures, so it's really giving me a better look. All right, Pipe Master, I want to show you something. There's so much changes to this now. You know, you can see like the forehead is right now. It's over protruding really nicely. The scowl is very subtle, the way it's supposed to be. I think the nose might be a little too pointy right in here, but we'll see. And I have to take down this area just a little bit more and lower this area a little more. Yep, the subtle things that I have to do. I just bulked out this area here from a picture that I was looking at and had a little bit more bulk in here. I created a little bit of a dent in here. It's in the actual screen used mask. Yeah, it wasn't until I bulked out the cheeks that I realized how wrong this sculpture was. Once I did that, and it created more of a flat, squared-off face, that's where the secret was. And then once I put more clay up on the forehead area, all in this area, right in here, this is where I worked. I bumped this all out in this area. I didn't do much here. I just did right in here and here. And then I gotta fix this pitch. This pitch has got to come straight up more this way. But that's the nice. Now, if you're looking down on this, I'll take the camera off of here now, and I can show you guys little shots that really come into play where you go, oh, okay, now. All right, let me zoom back out. Oh man, there's 6 people on. You see how even that scowl looks and how the eye cuts really look good now? You know, the nose looks good. I actually lowered this nose quite a bit. I dug out a lot because this nose just to stick out was a lot higher right in here. And the depth was wrong from the eye cut to the top of this nose. The depth was wrong. I was like, damn, so when I started carving away here, it made the nose look really short. So I had to lengthen this nose just a touch, which corrected everything because underneath part the right distance from the tip of this nose underneath to the top of the lip there. Now that's correct. So there's all these little things that make a huge difference in the way this sculpture looks. But as I can see now, I'm looking at the scale. Look at this line here, and then look at this line here. They don't match up. They've got to look more. This has got to come straighter up this way. You know, but I'll fix that. And I got to fix this cheek line. This cheek line doesn't work for me. This is too low here. It's too low. I got to bring it up just about right to there, just a little bit, like a 1/16 of an inch. I might have to flare this out just a little bit more in more of a slant, like in other words, more this way instead of this way. I have to bring it out more of an angle like that, and then bring it around, and then I got to lower this area just a little bit because this just looks like it's too, I don't know, it's just bulging out too much. We got this area right. Everything looking good, man. It's looking good. What do we got going on? Custom course. Bo North, what's happening? Bo, I don't think I don't think I actually put. I made it. I was having problems years back with some people that were posting stuff, you know, stupid stuff on my Facebook, and some of it was political, and I get political myself. But I got to the point where I was like, I don't want to get into this political stuff anymore because no matter what we do as voters, no matter what, nothing ever changes. Bills still keep going up, 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 up. Everything costs the same, so everybody that gets in, they don't do nothing. So, and the one that tries to do something, they fight with him for the rest of his life. Try to put him in prison. You know, so I just try to stay away from politics. So maybe I'll undo it and make it so people can post on my Facebook. But I made it so nobody could post anything on my Facebook on purpose. What I should do is I have two pages. I have a custom corpses page on Facebook, and you can post on there, I believe. You can post things on there. But on my Facebook wall, I don't, because that's my home, that's my personal Facebook. I just, I don't let anybody just post on there. But on custom corpses, you guys can put your stuff on there if you want. I used to have 4 pages at one point because I had all the different radio station stuff that I was doing. Yeah, that right eye, I'm still working on that right eye a little bit. And I got to work on the top of the nose now, where the little wrinkle is. Because I sculpted all that out. I actually had to cut the nose lower, bring the nose down a little bit. Yep, and that nose looks narrow to me. And I'm talking about the flare outs. They look a little too narrow to me. It might be me though. I don't know. You tell me, guys. Pipe master. Let me see. I can read these texts. I can see. 6 watches equals 6 likes. Come on, guys. Yeah, that's true. If there's 6 people on there, give me 6 likes. Thanks for the plug there, Bo. Yeah, I'm working on this project. We're going to get this done. We got the Night Creeper ready to go. I'm just holding off because I'm still not back to work yet. So I've been holding off until I'm back to work to buy that silicone. That's a $500 and almost $600 investment to buy that silicone. So I want to wait until I'm back to work before I go and do that. The shotgun blast? I have no idea what you're talking about. Asylum. Shotgun blast. Got jokes tonight, do you? You smoking some of that hippie lettuce? Is that what you're doing? You toking up on some of that hippie lettuce over there? Take off vision? Cool, take off vision. I'd like to see that. I want to see the version 2. And Asylum on his left cheek. Yeah, his left cheek. That left, his left. Yeah, that's. Yeah, it's just the lighting right now. The cheek is right. Let me read some comments here. Yeah, I don't know. Pipe Master, if you're still on, I'm trying to. What do you think I should do with the nose? I'm enjoying my soda. Man, I got 8 people on and I'm getting ready to go off, guys. We have a flashback in the making here in case you haven't seen me sculpt at all on this. But we're getting very close to the flashback here. Yeah, I got to make that neckline longer a little bit, and then I got to probably maybe a ½ inch longer. Not much, but yeah, I've been working hard on this. I've been sculpting on this because I can't really do anything until I get my silicone to fix to do my Night Creeper 78 is done, and that's behind me here. And, oh, excuse me, I'll show that to you real quick. The Night Creeper is done. That's the Night Creeper 78. And that's ready for silicone. And I know you can't really see the chin too well. The chin looks amazing. Everything looks really good. Everything looks really, really good. That's just a shadow underneath it here. It's just a shadow. Yeah, it's a wider look. Oh, I think so too. I think this guy's going to really do well. I think, and the reason why I think really captures that Halloween 4 and 5 poster art. It really does capture that. You know, the scowl looks amazing. The scowl looks really good. It gives it that evil. It's got that. It's got attitude, man. It really does. It has a lot of attitude. Yep, that's a. That's going to be a home run. This one here. I think this is going to be a money maker for me. This has got all really good features. And even this has the scowl. Like if you, the eye cuts are overhanging the lower eye cut. You know, the eye cuts still overhang. And that's important because you don't get it doesn't look right if it doesn't overhang. Now the reason why you're seeing this mask, hold on, let me back up. The reason why it looks like it's slanted and looking upward is because the neckline has a cut. You see how like on this neckline, you see how it's pitched? Well, that neckline's the same thing. It has that pitch, but because it's sitting flat on a level surface, it's making the head look like it's looking upward. Makes the chin line look like it's sticking out far, and it's not. It's not at all. It goes straight up and down. The jawline goes straight up and down with this. Yo. But this is the Night Creeper. This is finished, and it's just ready for silicone. Ready for silicone. Check out this guy now.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, I figured out the problem. The scowl was wrong.
Yeah, almost looks human.
Almost. The scowl was wrong. Now I got 10 people on. Jesus, man, there's more and more people jumping on now, and I'm already done. I've done everything I'm going to do. Yeah, I got the lip line perfect. I got everything on the money with this. I just have to, I still got to, let me see. See, I put too much clay in here. Actually, no, what I need to do, if you look at this, this has to come out just a little bit more. Yeah, it's about dead even when you're looking down. Oh yeah. But I'm gonna say goodnight, guys. All 10 of yous. Can't believe I got that many people on. Man, the camera's getting wonky on me. Night Creeper is going to be I think, a home run. I do. I think the Night Creeper is going to have its own market. I do. That guy's going to have his own market. But yeah, I've been working hard on this. I've been working hard on sculpting the Flashback, and the Night Creeper's just on hold and waiting on my silicone. As soon as I get my silicone, I'm going to make the master copy of that, and then I'll make my mold, and from there we are going to start making the Night Creeper mask. No doubt, I will have that ready for Halloween. The Flashback, I'm not sure if I'll have it ready. I don't know. We'll see. We're getting close. We are getting really close with this guy. He's looking good. So, but I'm going to say goodnight, guys. And I'll send you out with a... Get my finger out of the way. I should make a still shot of that. Maybe it's straight on shot. There you go. That's what we should do. There you go. There you go. See how the neckline's nice and long here on this one. Yeah, I'm getting ready to go to bed too. I'm going to go watch some movies. But I'm going to say goodnight, guys, and thank you for the love and support. Thanks for joining the channel, and thanks for becoming a subscriber, and I'll see you on the next video. Going to keep working on this flashback until we're on it, until we get it right. All right, peace, guys. Good.